Everyone, how are you doing tonight? It's been a long time since I've been able to take the time out to post a video. I'm not even sure what I'm going to talk about. I've had a lot of changes in my life, good ones. I really like them. The last few months I had some procedures I had to go through. Most of them were positive, and there's some things I want to take care of first before I start taking testosterone. So I've held back on taking testosterone. Let me see. I moved from where I was living. I was able to purchase a mobile home. I couldn't believe the deal I got on it. It's pretty nice. I was going to move back to the Deep South, and after I got to thinking about it, I thought, you just can't keep waltzing back from coast to coast, and you got to make a stand and decide where you're going to live. With what I do for a living, I felt that it would be best if I stay on the West Coast. And so on the West Coast I stayed. The mobile home I bought is in an adult park. And I have the access to a clubhouse here, which I can run seminars out of. All I have to do is tell them that I need it for the day, and they'll let me run seminars. There's a heated pool here. My little dog's here. There's a lot of gardening space where my mobile home is, and that's something I enjoy doing. So let's see what else to catch us up here. Let's see. I also, for about the last 3 years, I have been looking for a deal on a concessions trailer, and I had the equipment. What I was lacking was the trailer. I used to have an indoor setup at an indoor flea in the Deep South, and they went out of business. So right around that point I moved back to the West Coast and decided that I would keep the equipment and then wait until I got a concessions trailer. So I did get one. I couldn't believe the price I got on it. It tells you how rough times are right now. Let's see what else I got myself a New York pickup. It's just really sharp. I got a Ford Ranger, and life's on track in those areas. So I've been very blessed with abundance, and now I'm going to have my feet flat on the ground to keep it going. As far as my transition, my family has been very accepting of it. There was a lot that happened through the transition that I had to involve some advocates, which I won't go into here, but I did have to involve some advocates as I was clearly discriminated against. And the good thing about that, if you ever have to use an advocate, or if you ever feel like you have been discriminated against, whether that would be for being lesbian, gay, bi, transgendered, female, black, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. If you've ever felt you've been discriminated against, and you know in your heart you have, it is your responsibility to yourself and to others to stand up for it. And I was blessed with some of the best advocates in this country that stood up for me. We took it to court. I won. And I cannot begin to tell you how empowering it feels. And to know that hopefully, it makes you kind of hope that you left a good trace behind for somebody else. That by when we each stand up, that we have helped the people coming in behind us. So that was a good thing. I haven't been doing much even on my blog. Someone told me that there was some activity surrounding the blog recently, but I've just been too busy. I needed to get things in order and get my life back on track to where I could do further increase in my life. Transgendered is only part of who I am. There's other things I enjoy doing, like fishing and going places and doing things and spending time with family and friends. And in order to do those things, I have to develop increase in my finances. And that's what I've been, that and my health is what I've been concentrating on. So let me see what else has gone on. It's mostly good things, really. I apologize for not having posted for so long. Like I said, my feet have been flat on the ground. I don't know how many of you know, but I'm a web developer. and I develop content management systems. And so I've been working pretty hard on that, and as fast as the revisions are coming out on all the great software we all use online and offline now, there's been some learning curves, so it's kept me pretty busy. Let's see. Not a whole lot else. There's some things I want to talk to you about. I'm not going to do it in this video, but I am going to open up to all of you and share some of my history with you, and just kind of be a little more open and share who I am, where I've been, my path in my life, and hopefully it'll touch some of your hearts and help people or yourself, and help you in your life. And let's see. What else? I'm kind of grabbing for things to say because I haven't done a video in so very long. See, I've been openly trans for over a year now. I have to get my cholesterol in check. I need to get my bone density a little higher before I'm willing. I'm sure I could get someone to give me testosterone, but I'm not willing to do that until I've got my body into the best shape I possibly can. I also wanted to quit smoking before I went any further with the transition. And I did, actually. I went about it in a roundabout way. It worked for me. I don't know if any of you have ever tried e-cigs, the electronic cigarettes, but they work. Vapor's a whole lot better for me than smoke. My lungs are clearing out. My breathing's a lot better. And I feel healthier, and I have a lot more energy. So the e-cigs work for me. They may not be for everybody. I was a diehard to get me to give up what I can do with my hands and my mouth, and that many-year habit, it didn't come. So I have not backpedaled once. It's been 3 months. It'll be 3 months in about 4 or 5 days. And I would never dream of going back to traditional smoking. Let's see. Holidays were great. I got to spend them with my family. I have some family in another county near me, and I got to spend it with them. That's one of the reasons I came out here. My dream of moving back to the South is kind of much changed back there. You can never go back to what was. Things do change in the world and in your lives, and I kept having visions of me going back and picking up where I left off, and clearly that can't happen, and I suppose that's a good thing. So stay tuned. I'm going to be putting together another video. I don't know if it'll be tonight or in a few days, but I want to think it through pretty clearly. Like I said, I'm going to be very open and share some things here, and hopefully you'll be there for it, and hopefully you'll get it. So for all of you out there that have still been blogging, as I've had time, I have been keeping track of your not your blogs, your mostly YouTubers. There's a few blogs I try to follow, but it takes me. I don't have the same focus for that as I do for watching videos. I enjoy the videos more. I'm going to shut it off for now, and y'all have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.